We're back going into our second and final hour for tonight. So, we have Olivia and Axiom waiting outside the tower. We have Zed and Z waiting in the first antechamber with the toys and the rug as this old halfling lady with a mean stick is going to get her son to talk with you. And it's probably about 10 minutes. She doesn't walk very fast, so that's probably part of it. But it's probably about 10 minutes before you see a man come. He's also fairly short. He's probably only about 4 feet tall. He is wearing common clothes with sturdy boots. He's got very, very black hair with a black bushy beard. And he's kind of stout looking. Like he looks like he's fairly strong, but he also like eats pretty well. And his the old lady's not with him. It's just him by himself. And he laughs as he sees you because he heard about how his mom whacked up Zed pretty good. And he's like, so you met old Nan, did you? She's a feisty one, isn't she? Hello, my name's William. And he extends out his hand to both of you.
Alright, I shake his hand.
And then he extends his hand to Z.
I shake his hand and actually introduce myself.
How polite!
And after I introduce myself, I say, and allow me to introduce you to everyone that we have here, because there is more than just us. And I motion for the people outside. And I introduce him to each person.
Okay, how do you introduce them?
I say these are my traveling companions. The one here with the goose egg on his head is Zed.
I thought they were mostly on my shins, but alright.
Over here,
that had some reach to it.
The lady with the crap. What's the cat with the big cat? Whatever.
Snow leopard?
Is crap. What's your character's name? Hazel.
Olivia.
Olivia. There we go. Oh, it's right on
Olivia.
Yeah.
Character thing. Okay. Jesus. And I point over and I say, this, you're a paladin, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you're a paladin.
And this shiny paladin over here is Axiom.
Greetings.
So he looks out the door as they're being introduced. He nods. He says,
I wait.
"Well, hello. What brings you all to our tower? We don't really get visitors very often."
I explain how
The history of his home.
The entire history.
How we,
Well, if you go back 2,000 years, what happened was...
Well, it was a stronghold of evil necromancers. And he's been to another similar tower that's had evil things in the basement. They want to check out if your basement also has evil necromancer things.
So is that what you guys actually say, or is that are you guys joking? Because I want to know for sure how it. Because
Oh, I'm not talking. It would be Z.
Okay, so Z, go ahead and say what you say.
so I can actually talk.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please do.
Okay, so I briefly explained how there was some serious stuff that went down in the other tower that we were at. Was it about the same age?
Yes.
Okay. I explained how there was some serious things in there that need to be taken care of, and based on the knowledge that I know of this place, it's affiliated with the same people. So we were just kind of concerned that there might be some hidden stuff here. So when we walked in and kind of scared a bunch of little kids, we were just concerned about the well-being of everything here.
Oh, well, I appreciate your concern, but I mean, there hasn't really been anything happening in this tower since I've been alive. Nan likes to tell stories about great-great-great-great-great-grandpa Willis and his folk and how they cleared out this tower ages ago. And then, well, we just kind of settled in. Been living here ever since.
Do I detect any lies?
No?
All right, well, that settles it then. Nothing to see here. Glad to see you're safe. We'll be on our way, I suppose.
Well,
before I leave, I would like to ask him if he knows of the people who live in the third tower down to the south. Or
he just looks confused, like why he doesn't understand why you're asking him. He's like,
well, I don't know. Maybe all these tower folk get together.
These tower folk. Oh my gosh.
Have a brunch together or something.
You could just ask him if he knows anything about any of the other towers.
Yeah, that. I do that.
He just kind of shrugs and shakes his head, and he says, "No, we kind of just keep to ourselves out here. There isn't much. I mean, we go into the woods for hunting. It's good hunting out there. But we just kind of keep to our own tower here. We got a good little community in the tower."
Is it just your family?
Oh no, there's a few of us living in here. Let's see, we got the Moors, and they live in the back of the tower. I think they're out hunting right now. We've got the Chantries, they live over in the east side of the tower. We've got I always forget their last name. The Morrows. The Morrows live in the other side of the tower over there, and then they like to live over there with the he just starts listing off he lists about 5 families, including his own.
And everything's going kind of peachy over here, or maybe there's anything that we could possibly do for some spare coin or something?
Well, Nan tells me you want this old man weeding our garden and tending to it.
I figured it was only right that we do something, since we kind of scared the bejesus out of those two little kids.
I look him in the eye and say, "I could just give you some gold if that'll make you feel better."
That will not be necessary.
For the inconvenience.
No, please, it's fine. You know how old women are. I actually wanted to come apologize for her smacking you so much.
No, she didn't cause much damage. I think I'll be all right.
He's an oddly durable wizard.
Yeah. Thank you for your concern.
If you'd like, it sounds like you've traveled a long way to get here. You could stay the night in the tower. I mean, I'd have to talk it over with Nan, but I'm sure I could get her to comply as long as you stay within the sitting room. But I mean, it is comfortable. Plenty to eat with the garden. If you'd like to pitch in and help out with some chores, you could do that, if that would make you feel better. But we're nothing if not hospitable people here.
So what time is it now?
It's about midday.
Midday. So I mean, did the party want to stay in this tower, or did we just want to move on to the next one?
Olivia's fine with staying on, but she doesn't feel strongly about it.
Might find some interesting information from some of the other families or anything, just from casual talk. The bard in me says.
Well, I mean, it is possible that if we just hang out and chat for a little while, we might be able to find some information. It would certainly be good to have, another contact. We now know, this group of people. It would be good to have positive, reputation with somebody somewhere. But that being said, it's not necessarily relevant to our cause. We were just trying to find out whether or not all these towers are safe, and this one looks like it is. So we could just move on.
I mean,
and
we can do another, like, is there any evil around here, like, at nighttime in the tower? Maybe it's, like, a nighttime only evil.
Like, these are all where
Like, maybe it's haunted, and there's,
where
halflings that only show up at night. I don't know. It could be.
I'm pretty sure that 5 families of halflings would be able to, identify such a thing. You know what I mean? They wouldn't just be so chill and be like, yeah, well, we've lived here forever and it's all fine and good. They'd be like,
basically a small town in this tower.
Yeah, basically they basically have turned this tower into a village for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as we said, hey, we're here to see if you guys needed help fighting any evil or whatever, they go, there's this ghost that's always here at midnight, rattling chains and keeping everyone awake. Get rid of the damn thing, And
Willis is just like, no, everything's cool here. Old Nan likes to beat people with a stick sometimes, but you know how she gets.
I've noticed. My shins can attest to that.
I think we need to head to this next tower.
Well,
I'd prefer to set camp here just for the night so I can level up.
Olivia votes for camping also, I think. For not camping, but
I mean, if they wanted to extend their hospitality and then put us up for a night, then I suppose it was a long trek.
Something needs to be done, seeing that we scared the crap out of those kids.
You did scare the crap out of those kids, and then you riled up an old lady.
Who then beat Zed? And so now they're trying to apologize for that.
You didn't take any HP damage.
we're pretty much, on even footing here. I mean, at least as far as Zed's concerned.
So I look at him and I say, we would love to spend some time with you guys. In fact, I could play some songs for the kids or anything if they would like some awesome music.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. They don't get a lot of music here. I'm a little tone deaf, to be honest. And he just kind of grins awkwardly.
Also, perhaps, since you have a powerful wizard, also spending the night if you needed like, any type of a light source lit up for, permanently to help, illuminate the place, or maybe a spell or two to help, like, the plants grow, something along those lines.
I think we're doing okay here, but I do appreciate the offer. We're a little touchy around magic. Axiom, you notice that is not the truth when he says that they're touchy around magic.
So, I asked him if he could bring the kids out, and then I'll just play some music for them outside, and we'll dance and whatnot.
He kind of looks at the cat and the snow leopard. That thing's safe around children?
Yeah, she's a lot scarier than she looks a lot scarier than she actually is. She's actually very friendly.
She's scarier than she looks. That would not instill confidence.
That doesn't really make any sense. But I think she can wait outside if you're worried about it.
Well, the thing is, Z had asked them all to come outside, so he's going to actually... He kind of squares up his shoulders and walks out there and kind of goes up to the snow leopard just to make sure that it's not going to, snap at him or anything.
Yeah, I mean, she shouldn't snap at him, I don't think.
I mean, she's well-trained, but he doesn't know that, so he just kind of... tests her out to make sure that she's not gonna do anything iffy, and when he seems satisfied, he says, well, it is a nice day. I wish it was a bit sunnier. That'd be better for the crops, but yeah, I'll go get the kids. I'm sure they'd love a little bit of music. Maybe get the wife. We should have a party. We never get guests. Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Once he leaves to go get the kids or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be right back.
I would go up to Zed and mention to him that he was not being entirely truthful when he mentioned that they are wary of magic and to be on guard. At this point, Axiom would probably be like leave the tower and probably just stand guard, patrol around the tower.
Okay. So Axiom, you're patrolling around the tower. Is there anything else that anyone else is doing or would like to do while they wait for the children to come and apparently a party is going to be set up?
I would like to set up a simple spell on the cart with all of my belongings that I have. I have a donkey and a cart.
Uh-huh.
I want to put my personal belongings onto the cart and then just put a spell on it to like alarm it.
Okay.
In case anybody were to mess with anything, it would like, make like a loud noise. I don't know if that would require a spell check or whatever.
Do you have the alarm spell? I think there is a spell called alarm.
Oh, is there?
I think so, and I don't believe that you have it.
Right.
Let me double check real quick.
Just wants to give himself new spells.
Well, I mean, he has ritual spell casting.
Okay.
So that's a legit thing for a wizard to do. But with it
Just set up that summoning circle that you know about and just set that right to the cart.
Yeah.
Anything goes into the cart, suddenly zombies everywhere.
Yeah, alarm is a first level spell. Which you don't know.
You could ask Axiom, who doesn't need food or sleep, to guard.
Let's see. And you can't really cast a ritual because you haven't really identified a place of power. So
Right.
Oh, that is true.
All right. Yeah, I suppose I would ask Axiom if it would be all right if he could watch our belongings in the cart while just because something might be a little bit off, especially since he had come to me saying that they were, they had lied to us about magic and everything, and now I'm a little bit on guard.
That, and we know that there's also bandits in these woods.
Well, and you don't know why he lied. He may have.
We know there.
You just know
bandits
that
in these woods.
You just know that he lied, but you don't really have any information about the motive behind that. Just that he wasn't entirely honest.
Did Zed ever mention anyone about the pillows?
What was that now?
Did Zed mention anyone about the pillows?
Oh yeah, that would seem like a bit of a contradiction. I'm not very comfortable around magic, but all of our pillows are full of comfort magic.
Yeah, no, I don't think Zed did mention that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did mention it in front of Z, because Z was in the room with him.
Right.
And I saw him really playing with those pillows and kind of sang a song about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I suppose everyone would know about that, but...
I'd imagine Axiom and Olivia wouldn't, because, unless you had a reason to tell them.
So in any case, yeah, if I could bother Axiom just to make sure that nothing happened to our stuff while we were gone, just to be sure that it wasn't like a trap or anything, because I wouldn't mind the hospitality and a nice
Now
good camp session, but I also don't want to wake up with all our stuff stolen.
Is the cart anywhere close to the tower right now, or is it like right up by the tower?
It's wherever you want it to be.
Okay, it's right by the tower. So now Axiom would change his patrol so that the cart would never leave his sight. He would stay pretty much on the side of the tower with the cart.
Okay.
Awesome.
Is there anything else that anyone else would like to do before you are inundated with halflings?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, you hear, some boisterous voices coming from in the tower, and all of a sudden there's 8 or 9 young children who run out, and they're probably in between the ages of 6 and 10, and they're all kind of some of them seem a little skittish, but some of them are really excited that they're strangers. Olivia, there are probably 2 or 3 who are coming to check out Red, your cat. Z, you have probably 5 or 6 around you going, play us a song! Play us a song! You're supposed to be playing music! And one's tugging at your sleeve. Well, no, probably your pant leg. They can't reach your sleeve. They're tiny. The little 3-foot tall children.
I start to play a happy but chaotic tune.
I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Behind them is a not quite middle-aged, but she's not like really a young adult anymore. A woman comes out. She also has black hair. It's kind of tied back in a bun. She's got like some like laugh lines around her eyes and mouth, and she smiles pleasantly at you, and she says, "Oh, my husband says that you're going to be staying here for the night. My name's Lisa. It's nice to meet you." And she just kind of nods her head.
All right. Zed nods back, just out of courtesy. I don't know.
Okay.
What do we do now? Is there like a table or something that we can set up? Or like,
I mean, they're probably going to set up the party inside rather than move all their furniture out.
Right.
But right now, there's just a bunch of like screaming, playing children outside. Some are really excited about the music. Some are really excited about the giant cat. Axiom, you probably have one really determined little boy following you on patrol and mimicking you.
Okay.
There's a couple who are lingering near Lisa. Just kind of like they don't really want to. They're like the shyer ones who don't really want to interact with the strangers, but they're kind of watching curiously. And
Olivia immediately regrets voting to stay because she didn't like put the dots together that this would result in like an explosion of people like suddenly being everywhere. Like she didn't think that far ahead, and now she's like, "Well, this is more than I bargained for."
Especially because you have a couple messing with your cat.
Yeah.
Zed's pretty much in the same boat. I think he's just like sitting in a corner somewhere, just like watching the rest of the chaos. Just like, oh boy.
During my music, I want to walk over to Lisa and tell her that since we're having a party, I point over at my keg of Dwarven Stout.
Ooh.
I say I have something to contribute.
Oh, well, I'm sure the adults will appreciate that. And she kind of gives you like a knowing smile. Thank you. We'll put it to good use.
Zed's about ready for a drink now. I mean, he's all right with children, but yeah, this sounds like something I personally would not be.
I mean, I'm not too big on being around a lot of loud children either, but you know, there's strangers with strange things. They're all excited and.
Yeah. I certainly don't hold any candle against them. You know what I mean? Kids being kids.
Kids are kids. So some time passes, probably about an hour, and then another woman, a younger woman, she's probably in her early 20s, and she has strawberry blonde hair. It's cropped to like her chin, and she pokes her head out, and she says, "Lisa, we're all set up in the kitchen." "Oh, are you the people from out of town?" "Well, town." And she goes like, "I mean the town. Are you from far away?" And she smiles.
Yeah, we're from Oldtown.
Well, it's about half a week to get to Oldtown.
Zed's not from Oldtown.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm from my own
one
tower.
of these towers.
Oh.
I'm from far away.
Isn't Zed's tower in Oldtown?
It's not in Oldtown. It's near Oldtown, though.
I'm from... Shit. Whatever a place is called that's a big city and full of nobles.
I mean, you can name it later. That's fine.
Elmar, there we go.
You're from Omar?
Elmar.
Elmore?
I typed it in.
Oh, I don't have the thing open. Felmar, okay.
Which, if anybody knows, like, the land, it's a rich place.
Well, I think these people are kind of isolated, so
Probably.
I don't think that means much to them. She goes, oh, well, isn't that exciting? So I think we're all set up. Should we head inside? And Lisa says, children, and kind of claps to get their attention. And then she ends up whistling really loudly. Because you know children, like, you clap, they're just like, no, whatever. And then she, like, goes, children! And whistles. And they all just kind of get scared and run back, like, oh, crap, we're going to get in trouble. And
well, that all seems perfectly normal.
She ushers them inside, and then she looks to Z, and she says, bring the stout, we're going to get started. And kind of ushers you all into the tower. And if
Olivia's not really clear on what we're getting started on, but she'll go with them anyway.
Okay. Are you leaving Red outside?
No.
Red's coming too?
Yeah, I mean, unless they say something about it, which they might.
Well, I think when you start to walk in with your giant predatory cat, they, kind of go, well, like, I think, the one with the younger one with the blonde hair kind of notices your cat coming in and kind of goes, Lisa, and kind of, and Lisa turns and looks at her and goes, oh, can you, animals stay outside. Is that okay?
That's probably fine.
If Axiom was going to be coming inside, we'd probably need somebody to guard the stuff at the cart anyway.
I don't think she's trained for that. Or like, stand guard over this.
I mean, if she hangs out at the cart, they're not going to mess with the stuff on the cart because.
Yeah, you can have her, like.
Yeah, that's probably true. She can probably just sleep in the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you all coming in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she lights up. I mean, no, because they would have already had one lit. So there's like a lit torch on the wall, and it's like at halfling height. So she lifts it up off the wall and leads you further down, and she leads you. Let's see, how far into the tower is that?
Why do I have a feeling Axiom's going to be standing guard outside and the whole party's going to get sacrificed to dark gods inside?
It feels like you're walking almost clearly to the other side of the tower. And, Zed, since you were on the lookout for stairs, you notice that the hallway continues and curves off to stairs leading up. But she leads you into a dining hall, and it is just packed with halflings. And there's already, like, singing, which probably doesn't sound very good to Z, but they're having fun with it. And
I will attempt to play my lute to the tune that they're singing.
Okay. And there's like a bunch.
Here, never mind. Stout.
Well, you can hum along. There's a bunch of tiny tables. They're all laid out with food. A lot of vegetables. It looks like they had caught a deer, so they roasted a deer, and there's like a roast deer in the middle of the table, and well, not like a whole roast deer, but like pieces of roast deer, and like baked apples and fried potatoes. It all just smells really delicious. There's a place that's been cleared for the keg of dwarven stout. And as you all walk in, and since you're almost twice as tall as anybody else, they just kind of give out a cheer because they recognize, hey, it's people we don't know, and now we're having a party.
always a good reason to give out a cheer.
And
Alright,
you see Willis at one of the tables, and he stands up and he's like, "Hey, strangers! Come on in! Come on in! We're just getting started."
I say, where would you like the beer?
Oh, there's a place right here for it. There you can hear children. They're not in this room. It sounds like they've been corralled into the kitchen because there's not really enough room. But it does look like there is a table off on one corner that's actually almost normal person height. They've been using it mostly for storage, but they've cleared off a space there if you want to like set up there. Like I think they've been using the bench as like a shelf, and then like the table as like higher shelves, but they've kind of like moved all the stuff and kind of cleared it off for you.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, I mean, so far I don't really have any reason to distrust them other than that one mention of magic. So that's gonna just have a good party. He's gonna have fun.
Olivia's gonna eat food but not drink anything.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Zed will drink, but moderation. He's not
Sure.
gonna like get totally messed up off of it. Although it is dwarven stout, so who knows? He's an elf. His system might not be able to handle it as well.
I'm gonna carry on a happy buzz.
Sounds good. Most people do that. Some people get way too drunk. As the night carries on, there's like one guy just like sleeping in a corner because he's drank so much. But like they don't like there's no like bar fight atmosphere here. It's just kind of like everyone's having a good time.
I'm sure Zed shares all kinds of stories, being that he's been around and probably carries on a tale or two for what the hell was his name? Not a very good start when I can't even remember the character's name. Hey, Docs, your old character. Estrelli. There you go.
Axiom's still outside, right?
Yes.
Okay. Probably a couple hours into the party,
Zelda.
a younger guy, he's probably like a late teenager. He's got kind of sandy brown hair. Obviously he's like 3.5 feet tall. He comes out and he says, you're not coming to the party? They told me to bring you this, and he kind of brings out a plate of food for you. I know as a GM you don't need to eat, but they don't know that.
I just tell them it's not necessary.
Oh.
I continue my patrol.
Wow. That was...
What a dick.
Okay. He goes back inside.
Machine like the guy tries to be nice to you. You're just like, nah, thanks. It's cold shoulder.
Go ahead and carry that food back and throw it away. I'm good to go. You can't just accept the food and be like, well, I'll just dump this into a bush.
Or eat it. Even though you don't have to.
Right.
You can still eat it.
Even just be like, oh, thanks, and just set it aside. And the guy would be like, oh, all right, cool, I gave you food, that's great.
Axiom's on a quest right now.
None of us are there to suggest those
I
things,
know,
Jack,
well, no one seems to care, except for you guys, but you're not there.
Red probably looks longingly at the food that goes back inside after not being eaten.
Incidentally, you guys all see this teenager come into the dining hall carrying a plate and goes up and has a hushed conversation with someone and then hands the plate over and looks a little dejected. Is there anything else that any of you would like to do tonight? Any interactions you would like to have with any of these NPCs? Or would you like to just cut to making camp so maybe Z can level? And anyone else
if anything,
can level?
I probably just played music on and off and probably introduce myself to everybody and ask them a little bit more about the history of how they came to be there and everything.
Okay.
And ask them, who do they serve?
Well, they tried to serve Axiom, but he refused.
Zed, by the way, you notice that old man is not at the party. She's probably being sour somewhere else. Z, you learn a little bit about their history in that they started off as more families, but some of them have left over the years, and so it's just kind of dwindled down to these 5 families who have been here for about 15 generations. And according to their family history, the way that they tell it is that they were traveling after being exiled from somewhere, and they found this tower, and it was large enough to meet their needs. There were some things in it, and they got rid of those things, and they decided that the tower would be a good place for them to set up, and so they started a new life here, and they've been living here peacefully ever since. So that's what you learn about their history.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of conversations they want to have with Zed, but I'm sure he'd make pleasant conversation with anyone who came by and asked.
Okay. You probably do get some questions about your robes, because that's not especially common dress for people. And then when you mention that you're a wizard, you probably...
Wait. Most men around here don't wear dresses?
Most men... I would say most people do not wear fancy robes.
Fine robes.
You're fancy, aren't they fancy?
Yes.
Yeah, most people do not wear fancy robes.
He has prestidigitation, so...
Stylish robes, yeah.
He has prestidigitation, so he can keep them nice and clean and sharp all the time.
So I think we can probably then go ahead and cut to you making camp. Now, did you guys want to set a watch?
Well, I mean, Axiom doesn't have to sleep.
Right. But the thing is that you're not all sleeping in the same place. So,
oh, really? I thought we were all sleeping in that.
The thing is that
you're
in the room. You're told to stay in the sitting room, which is the room to the left of that first room. You can either sleep there, or if you wanted to sleep in the antechamber, you could, though it would be less comfortable. But Axiom is taking guard outside.
Oh, I see.
So I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to set a watch in case anything happened on the inside of the tower, or if you just wanted to trust that Axiom would notice anything.
I just lost half the camera feeds.
Yeah,
now people are popping
that
back.
happens occasionally, and then it seems like the voice doesn't go out.
Like, you guys could also probably go out and ask Axiom to move the cart over by the antechamber, because the antechamber is like one room into the place, right?
Yeah. And
So he
actually,
can guard the outside
the
and...
door is big enough. You could actually, I mean, you have to keep the donkey outside, but you could probably wheel the cart itself in, or even unload it inside if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the guest chamber that you were mentioning, it's large enough for all 4 of us, right?
Oh yeah.
And it has one entrance.
Yes.
So as long as we just carry our stuff into that room, then we can all get a good night's sleep in that one room. That should be a perfectly safe place to set up for the night.
Yeah, that seems pretty good to me.
Okay.
I mean, as long as you guys can stomach being in the same room as magical pillows.
Spoiler alert, they're not magical. So was that so you're just gonna have Axiom watch, and you're just gonna move all your stuff inside, and then you're gonna have
I mean, that way Axiom can at least be comfortable. You know what I mean?
then you're gonna have Red and the donkey wait outside with the cart.
Yeah, Red's gonna wait like right outside.
Sure.
Like 2 feet away from the door.
Okay, that's fine. So you make camp.
Hooray!
So well, let's see. Olivia, Axiom, you do not need to consume a ration. Actually, none of you need to consume a ration because you've been fed by these very gracious people. So, but Olivia and Axiom, you wouldn't have to consume one anyway.
Chat says nowhere is safe.
I think it's really funny that my ability triggers in a dungeon and not outdoors.
Yeah, it's in a dungeon or in a city, I think, but not.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not outdoors.
That's interesting, huh? Well,
Like,
anyway.
it's apparently not that I can hunt. It's something else.
If you have enough XP, you may level up. So if anyone would like to level up, they may do so now.
Chat also mentioned roll to make camp.
I don't think that's a thing that you do.
Okay.
Alright, so leveling is minus current XP by 9, increment needed XP by 1.
So
Or
yeah.
leveling.
Yep. So Zed,
You should calculate automatically based on
Yeah,
your current level. I think.
it does. So Zed's gonna get up to level 3. Z's gonna get up to level 2. Axiom can't level yet, unfortunately.
I just did the minus thing. I had 9,
Okay.
which is.
And Olivia's going to be level 3. So you can either do that now because it's pretty easy. So let's go through what you do when you make a camp. When you do the level up action, increase your level by 1, which you've all done, I assume. And you subtract your current level plus 7 from your XP. Choose a new advanced move from your class. If you're a wizard, you may add 1 new spell to your spell book. And then choose one of your stats and increase it by 1. Ability scores can't go higher than 18. And then when you're done with that, I think we will go ahead and do the end of session.
What was that last one? Ability scores can't go
Above 18.
above 18 because one of them increases?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
after you choose your advanced move and choose a new spell, then you increase one of your ability scores by 1, and then 18 is your max.
Olivia is boosting her dex by 1, which gives her 17, and her advanced move is Blot Out the Sun, which lets her spend ammo to volley at as many targets as ammo that she spends.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I increased my dex, and I'm gonna get devious.
What does that do?
When I use Charming and Open, I can also ask, how are you vulnerable to me? Your subject may not ask this question of you.
Okay. That's a little scary. You're going to be a little scary, Z. And then Zed, have you decided what advanced move you would like? Or would you like
Yes.
to... Okay, what are you picking up?
Arcane Ward.
And what does that
As long
let
as
you
you
do?
have as long as you have at least 1 prepared spell of first level or higher, you have +2 armor.
Oh, nice. That'll help you out, because armor's really good in this, unless there's things that have armor piercing.
Yep, and so that's going to go underneath my moves list, right? So I'll go ahead and add that.
And then you also get to have 1 new spell.
Right. And you said that the telekinesis spell was 3rd level?
Yes.
Oh, I'm torn. I could either get telekinesis or fireball.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with fireball. I really want fireball.
Okay.
And I do apologize for not picking the custom-made spell that you've designed for me, but
Hey,
if he
that's
lives
fine.
to next level,
I mean, you can't
If he
go
gets-
wrong with a fireball.
If he gets both, can he do a telekinetic fireball that moves around?
can I make it roll? That would be great.
In base D&D, that's a spell. It's like Burning Spear or something.
Can it like gather enemies up with it, like Katamari Damacy?
I don't think that's how that works.
I already feel bad enough about asking the DM to like make me custom spells and stuff. I don't need you guys to do it for me, alright?
It's all the enemies rolled together on a giant rolling fireball screaming.
Alright,
That's pretty terrifying.
we're gonna go ahead and do end of session now then. Did anybody resolve a bond with another PC?
What's on the bonds list?
We should probably go over bonds at the beginning of session. And also, if anyone at this point, even if you haven't resolved a bond, if you would like to get rid of a bond and replace it with a new bond, you won't mark XP, but you can do that at this time.
I'm gonna have to look up what my current bonds are.
Okay, your current
Yeah,
bonds...
Oh. They're on my character sheet.
Yeah, they're all on
I
your
thought they were-
character sheet. They're not under bonds and alignment because I'm too lazy to update that. That's on you guys.
But how is everyone else supposed to know that?
They can look at your character sheet.
I can update mine now. Nobody else updated at the same time because it'll only let one of us save it.
Yeah.
We had that problem before.
So, let's see. We have Olivia and Zed are mutually cursed and must find a cure. You're not really pursuing that at the moment.
I mean, we're pursuing it. We just didn't find what we were looking for.
I don't know.
We were hoping that there would be in this tower some sort of information that could lead to a cure, but instead there was just evil. No evil.
Yeah, there was an army of little people.
Olivia is woefully misinformed about the world. Do you still believe she is misinformed about the world?
It was specifically in regards to magic, and therefore I was attempting to teach her about magic.
You haven't really
But it
done
In the
that.
last fight that we did, she used magic. I don't know if that really helps, but you know.
Right. I could certainly show her everything that goes wrong with it. Getting beaten in the shins by an old lady.
Zia, go ahead.
Did Zed see the spell that Olivia casted?
I didn't actually. Maybe I should explain what the spell looked like because I didn't explain it at the time. Her magic weapon spell. It puts a rune on her bow that when you put your thumb on the rune to like pull it back, it like puts a little screen, like a holographic type of thing in front of the bow, and then when the shot goes through it, it turns into like a energy bolt sort of.
So when you
So,
shot
like,
that dude, he would have seen an energy bolt.
The second dude got like melted by a plasma bolt to the face,
Basically.
and that's so it was really obviously magic.
All right, so well, that was last session though. That wasn't this session. So
That's okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I would say if you don't believe that applies, if you think that has been fully explored and you have nothing else to teach Olivia about magic.
I mean, it's possible that you still don't think I respected it enough because of other reasons. Like, I don't know.
Like maybe next session, if you guys have a conversation about magic, I'll let
Perhaps.
Let's see. Has Z earned your trust yet?
She tried to make me garden for these people,
So no.
much against my will.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm still kind of distrusting of her. She's gonna throw me into whatever situation she can.
And is Axiom still woefully misinformed about magic?
Have I seen Axiom perform any feats of magic, or has it all just been like?
I mean,
seen
other
him do
than
divine?
you've seen him not eat, drink, or sleep for like ever.
I'm basically a golem.
And you know that that's not natural.
Right, but I don't necessarily know. I might know that it's magic, but I don't know from what form it might derive.
You haven't really had a
So,
conversation about that.
Right, exactly. So I wouldn't say any of those have been fulfilled yet,
Okay.
or progressed in any meaningful way.
Z, how about any of your bonds? You have This Is Not My First Adventure with Zed, and I sang stories of Axiom long before I ever met them in person.
I think I'm over the first adventure with Zed, but I think now I feel like Zed needs to learn how to talk to people.
Okay, so
properly.
do you want to maybe like resolve that one and then replace it with something like Zed is really bad with people and I need to teach him how to be more whatever. I mean, we can word that a bit better, but something like that.
It could just be like, I need to teach Zed how to actually converse
with other humanoid peoples.
Other beings. There we go.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so go ahead and mark XP. And then you can go ahead and replace that. Olivia. Does Zed still owe you for having guided him?
I think so. I don't think we've like really done anything with that.
Okay. You haven't taught Axiom Nuance, so...
No.
And then Z has no respect for nature, so you have no respect for them. But Z has shown with her gardening today, her gardening knowledge.
I didn't see that though. What I did see was she disturbed an entire swarm of bees, and
you didn't see that this
attack
session
the whole
though.
party.
You saw her.
Right.
You did see her bring tomatoes though.
I did see her bring tomatoes. That's a good point.
But she brought them stolen from somebody else's
You
garden.
don't know that.
Yeah, I know. We don't know where they came from. We just saw you come around the corner with tomatoes.
Wait, I don't think I actually saw the tomatoes interaction.
All
She
right.
did actually say they came from her garden.
Yeah, but that was inside. She came around the corner
Yeah.
with tomatoes, and then yeah. So she must. Okay, so you don't have any of those. Axiom. You respect the beliefs of Olivia, but hope she will someday see the true way. You haven't really done anything with that. And then you have Zed's misguided behavior endangers their very soul, and you haven't really done anything with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no. Okay. But we have one bond resolved, so that's good. I'm getting somewhere. Did anybody fulfill their alignment at least once this session?
I did.
You definitely did. Go ahead and mark XP.
There were no criminals or unbelievers that I could deny mercy to.
As far as we know.
Yeah, I didn't know that Z stole.
Let's see. Zed did not do his, so that's good. That's actually
Since you've changed my alignment, I don't think I'm ever going to fulfill that. So
well, I mean, you are working on changing back, so. And you are on your
the homes of innocent halflings.
No, I knocked, and they refused to answer.
So you let yourself in.
Yeah, they could have been in danger. It was for good intentions.
And let's see. I don't think there were any figurative bonds that you tried to free anyone from today, Olivia. So that's a no there.
Olivia mostly just like hid outside, and then when it came to the party, like hid in the corner of the party, and didn't really.
Yeah.
She did free them of some of their food.
That doesn't count. That's not someone. Okay, then 3 questions. We're all going to answer them together. If we answer yes, we get XP. Well, I say we. You guys get XP. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
We learned that not all of the towers are full of evil.
Some of them make great
homes there for apparently 1,000 years.
We learned an incredibly great deal about this particular tower.
That's true. Go ahead and mark XP.
Wait, really? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
I think that's fair. Like, we came to find out what's in the tower, and we found out what's in the tower. It's nothing.
It's new, and I would say it's important because you learn the history of this tower, that it is linked to the other tower, but that it seems to be inhabited by peaceful halflings.
Yep.
Did we overcome a notable... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, that gives me enough XP right there to level up yet again. So Let's go to the next camp.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Nope.
Does an unlocked door count as a notable?
That's the old
No.
lady with the staff.
Yes, the old lady with the.
Or did she actually defeat Zed?
I think she won that encounter. Because she chased Zed out of the tower, basically. Did we loot a memorable treasure? I'm going to say 4 tomatoes is not a memorable treasure, so no.
Plus, we gave them back anyway.
That's true.
The only thing we looted was as much food as we could eat from the party, which doesn't really count.
That's true. All right, and that is the end of session, which means that that is the end of today's episode.
Well, thank you very much, Dungeon Master Michelle, for hosting yet another glorious session.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm glad to finally be back into GMing, because obviously I haven't done it for about a month.
Today's session really threw me for a loop, that's for sure.
That was the intention.
Problem that we weren't ready to solve.
I was like, okay, I've thrown them into a dungeon full of nasty stuff. I've thrown bandits and bees at them. What can I throw at them next? How about some pleasant halflings? Because
nobody almost let the bard do anything.
What?
I said nobody would almost let the bard do anything.
I'm having difficulty parsing that
tons of
sentence. What exactly do you mean by that?
Nobody, like, y'all didn't really give me a chance to be a bard until I kind of ran and did it myself. Never mind. Forget it.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to do some bard things. That was part of why I wanted to do an encounter like this, because we've seen a lot of combat, but we haven't really seen a lot of NPCs. So I thought it could be interesting to throw something different at you guys and see how it went. So I hope you guys
I'm a little bit scared to have Z as our PR department.
I mean, she's doing fine. But I hope you all had fun.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun session.
And
Also, don't forget about that link that Mikati sent you.
yeah, I'll have to check that out once the stream is over.
It involves streaming, so it's quite humorous. Or so anyone who has done streaming should be able to get a kick out of it.
But thanks to everybody who tuned in and watched. We really appreciate having you in the Twitch chat, and appreciate you watching the stream as we do silly things. Thanks to all of you guys who came and played Dungeon World with me. I always have fun playing with you guys, and thanks for letting me, I don't know, do silly stuff and put you in a spot and then just kind of grin as you can't open a door. I hope you guys all had fun.
Physically capable, just morally questioned as to whether or not we were allowed to.
Yeah, that was the fun of it. But anyway, I do hope you all had fun, and I'm looking forward to playing again next week and seeing what kind of things you get up to then.
Yeah.
It all depends what equipment we wake up with. I'm still a little bit weary.
Alright, so we are going to end our stream here. Again, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who are we going to be missing next week?
Me.
Okay. Without Zed. So everyone mess with Zed, because he's not going to be here to retaliate. No, I'm just kidding.
But at least my character will still be alive when I come back. That's one good thing about being away. Is that my character won't die without me there.
Generally speaking, that's probably true. No, I mean,
if you guys do end up making camp, I'm calling it right now. If you guys make camp during the next episode sometime, I want to be able to level again, because I have so many experience points.
No. You're not here. You don't get the level.
Anyway, have a good night, everyone. We'll catch you next week.